My man Ultimate Farmer doing farmer things. It feels like WWE wrote this segment for me.
Run away all you want, Roman. I've chased cows before.
I know a great way how to use that footage.
The Ultimate Farmer.
Farmer in the dell, the farmer in the dell. Hi-ho the dairy-o, the farmer in the dell.
Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. My name is The Great One, that is my legal name, and I know you have a question. Why The Great One? Why would you get rid of this luscious beard? And I know, it looked spectacular. I might be 5'7.5", but the beard, 6'2", I know. So why did I shave it? Why did I make this horrible decision? This life-altering decision that not only affects me, but you as well. So let me explain. Basically, I'm going to the gym right now. For the past 9-10 years I've been making videos. It's always been challenging to me to be on camera. Like, that's the most difficult part to me, by far. So I decided to work on myself. I'm going to the gym, I'm eating right for the most part. And having a beard is kind of a, life hack. It's cheating. It's basically to hide this. All of this. I hate it. So I shaved to kinda, track my progress and, look back and see if I changed. It's not the same with facial hair. I'm probably going to have facial hair in the future, but for now, being on camera without a beard, embarrassing myself in my mind for whatever reason, I think that's gonna help me. Yeah, so basically, to sum it up, I'm on self-improvement and, I'm starting my transformation, from a shorty to a manlet. It's weird, man. Like, I'm not even fat, but I got those cheeks. You always gotta reach for those big Coco Jumbo vibes, It does feel kinda embarrassing to talk about this, but fuck it, man. We're all dealing with something. We all don't like something about ourselves. And if there's something you can change, fuck it, work on it. In a few years, your boy is going to look like a professional wrestler. But short. Anyway, people, let's talk about SmackDown. Before we continue, this video is sponsored by a friend of the channel, Wrestling GM. Wrestling GM offers everything you need in GMO. You pick a promotion, you manage your roster, championships, rivalries, and the biggest thing you need to focus on is booking a great wrestling show. You'll have your good weeks, you'll have your bad weeks. In this case, I would tell you to stop booking 3-hour shows. This game gives you all the tools you need in general manager mode. You can also build factions, teams, and check your ratings. You'll love to see it. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you already know about this game. I played it on my channel before and I had a lot of fun. There's my gameplay walkthrough in the description below. Wrestling GM is available on both iOS and Android devices. Download the game by using the link in the description. So download the game and try to book the best show possible. You think you can book a better show than the WWE? Prove it. Download the game. I don't mind this show, but honestly, it's almost mind-blowing for me how this is actually the main event of day 1 of Wrestlemania. I don't know if there's anything they could do to get me excited about this match. I'm more excited about Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory. I'm dead serious. But the show kicks off with the Bloodline and how this is a bad shirt, my man. This is a bad shirt. I F with the message. Greatness on a different level mode. Awesome. I like it. The design, it feels like something went wrong right here. Man, it feels so lazy. I don't know. This looks bad. And Roman Reigns was talking about how he's going to smash Brock Lesnar. Roman Reigns threatens to make Brock Lesnar bleed. Paul Heyman informs Roman Reigns that Brock Lesnar will not be here tonight because of plane issues. Roman Reigns says, well, I want Brock Lesnar here as well because I was about to smash him. But let's not blame the weather or the private jets. That's a business decision and Lesnar is just scared, as he should be. And then Paul Heyman is trying to say something, but Roman Reigns says, look, dude, people wanna hear me talk.
Brock Lesnar is going to be here tonight. I got an update.
Oh, you're on your own then. The mood very quickly changed. So Roman Reigns decided to leave the arena, but then he saw Brock Lesnar. Not only did he see Brock Lesnar, he saw Brock Lesnar in a tractor or something straight from the farm, and he destroyed the car. He was chasing Roman Reigns, and like I've said, this was basically just made for my channel right here. He even made an entrance with Roman's car's door, and he said it's going to be blood for blood. Have you noticed that Brock Lesnar is not carrying the WWE Championship? Like, when he threw that championship to the crowd, he left it there. He doesn't care about the championship, and that's kind of weird. It's going to be a unification championship match, and I'm gonna talk about the new championship in my Reddit video. I'm gonna upload it a bit later because it's sponsored. Yeah, man. I don't know. So yeah, WWE Championship was not on the show for whatever reason. Like, dude doesn't care anymore. He wants to... Honestly, I think he wants to kill Roman at this point. I don't know what is happening with the story. Like I've said, there's really nothing new to tell, so they're just doing crazy-ass farmer things, and honestly, I cannot complain. This was entertaining. It's kinda sad, though, that the actual main events of WrestleMania are not the most, interesting matches on the card. Then we saw Los Lotharios versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Boogs, which was a pretty okay match, and I do F with the tag team, man. I actually like both tag teams, but I was now not that big of a fan of Boogs and Nakamura. They were just, carrying the Intercontinental Championship and doing absolutely nothing, but, they work as a tag team, surprisingly. They won the match, and they're going to face the Usos for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships at WrestleMania. I don't mind it. They're always on the show, they're pretty over, so them being tag team champions, I think that's gonna work. Then we saw Drew McIntyre and the Viking Raiders versus King Corbin, Jinder Mahal, and Shanky. What's also interesting is that Madcap Moss was making a joke, but this time, he didn't make a joke about Drew McIntyre, he was joking about himself. What do you call a boring or something, happy talk? Nap talk. Something along those lines, but yeah, he's scared. Has a good reason though. We saw a Claymore to Shanky and the babyface team won. I have such a weird feeling about WrestleMania. I'm gonna make an entire video about this. It's like, I'm super excited because of how weird it is, but we also have some matches that, I wouldn't be excited to see on SmackDown or even main event, Superstars, whatever WWE shows, out of 1,000 they have right now. I don't care about Drew McIntyre versus Happy Corbin. The build was... I can say it was long. Was it good? No, but it was long. It was a long build, so it's like, that's good, right? And I'm a fan of Happy Corbin, I'm a fan of Drew McIntyre, I'm just not excited. By the way, for the record, I'm not a fan of the gimmick, Happy Corbin is boring. I want Corbin to be broke. I want him to eat those noodles. Even then, very rarely. He was so much more entertaining back then. Sami Zayn challenges Johnny Knoxville to a anything goes match at WrestleMania. So this got me pretty excited as well. Johnny Knoxville said, of course, it's even better for the guy. And I do expect some big things. No, I wouldn't mind seeing, like, the crew of Jackass. I wouldn't mind seeing Steve-O and stuff. He's pretty entertaining, but, I don't think that's gonna happen. Either way, Johnny Knoxville, trust me, he ain't a pussy. So to me, personally, it has these Shane McMahon vibes. I expect something big. Obviously, no guarantees. But, if WWE will have a crazy idea, I think Johnny Knoxville will say, yeah, sure. Then we saw Sasha Banks and Naomi versus Ripley and Liv Morgan. So this was actually a pretty decent match. We saw the women's tag team champions on commentary, and as expected, we saw a bunch of tag teams interfering. So, yeah, this is actually going to be a big-ass women's championship match, and I like how WWE built to this. Like, for the past year, the women's tag team championships have been treated almost to the level of the WWE and Universal Championship. Like, you just kept seeing these storylines progressing every single week, and WWE showed you that yes, these championships are important. Yes, we have plenty of tag teams, and no, we will not just put a bunch of random ass tag teams and create them in a few weeks for WrestleMania. Nah. They were building to this! McAvoy informs Pat McAfee that Vince McMahon wants to talk to you right now, and it's probably not good. So then we see Pat McAfee leaving Vince McMahon's office. He makes his way into the ring and, cuts a decent promo. Like, Pat McAfee is so good, man. What a great signing. Like, hopefully, this guy has a lot of opportunities in the entertainment world, right? He already has a very successful podcast. He can work anywhere. Like, I'm sure not only wrestling companies would love to have this guy because he's very charismatic and just seems like a nice guy, you know. And he talked about how pro wrestling changed his life. He saw it as a kid, and you know, other things got in the way, other careers. I like how he said got in the way because, you know, pro wrestling apparently was always the goal. I know it's a promo, but I think there's some truth in that. I don't think he was necessarily chasing pro wrestling, but I'm pretty sure he's very happy that things turn out that way because he's having fun. Like, you can tell this guy is having fun. Big Coco Jumbo vibes. So basically, he's happy to be in the WWE, but gets interrupted by Austin Theory, and apparently he has to apologize to Austin Theory. He was struggling, my man was struggling, but then he said, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for beating your ass last week. I'm sorry your parents raised such a douchebag. I'm sorry you're a punk bitch. And surprisingly, Austin Theory was like, he apologized. Yay, goal achieved. What? Really? Like, I like Austin Theory as a wrestler. I like his moveset. I hate his entrance theme song, and his attire is kind of whack. But he does have a lot of potential. For some reason, I get these, you know, young Randy Orton vibes, and I wish he didn't change his finisher because the current one is horrible. Whatever. What I'm trying to say is, I don't like the gimmick either. Like, he's basically portrayed as an idiot. Like, with Tyler Breeze, when he was taking selfies, that was kind of his gimmick. He was gorgeous. He was a hot male, ladies and gentlemen. That was his gimmick. You know, a hottie. A sexy wrestler. That was the gimmick. With Austin Theory, that's not necessarily the case. You know, he's not dressed as a model or anything like that. He's just a bit of an idiot. And dude, I am excited for this match, like honestly, no joke. So that was a very good segment, and like I've said, Pat McAfee is doing an amazing job. So far, everything he was involved in, he made it work. Then we saw Ridge Holland versus Kofi Kingston. So Kofi Kingston was, you know, seeking revenge for Big E. The Irish lads interfered and Ridge won the match. The commentators also said that, you know, Ridge apologized to Big E. So kind of breaking the kayfabe right here, which is nice to see. You know, hopefully that's true. I'm pretty sure it is. And also, you know, we all don't like that this guy is basically named Butch right now. But Michael Cole on commentary actually said that Sheamus said you know him as someone else, but now he's Butch, or something along those lines. So basically, WWE are not trying to portray this guy as a different human being, which is entirely possible with the WWE, happened before. They're just saying that, yeah, this is a changed man. Now he's, you know, effing with Sheamus. So it's different, but it's the same guy. You know him as Pete Dunne, but now he's Butch. So I'm happy that at least, you know, WWE are not trying to erase this guy from history and saying that, yeah, for the past 5 years or whatever, he didn't existed. I'm happy with that. And yeah, this is a snooze fest, man. Charlotte Flair on, man, I can't. It's like, I don't even dislike her, you know. She's probably one of my favorite WWE female wrestlers. The thing is, she didn't change at all. Like, ever since she came to the WWE, she's been doing the same thing over and over again, and it's time for a change, man. Like, I can't listen to the same promo every week. She is not scared of the ankle lock. She's going to defeat Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania. You don't have the passion, spine, or whatever to be a champion, and you're going to leave after WrestleMania because you don't have the guts or dedication, and you're going to be a mom, and put me to sleep, man. Well, you don't need to. I almost fell asleep anyway because of this promo right here. So we see Ronda Rousey, we saw a big brawl, but this time Charlotte Flair stands tall, and this is how the show ends. This should not be the main event of WrestleMania. Honestly, it should not be. They're both good. It's just that nobody wants to see these women in a match right now. You know, I think Ronda Rousey versus Becky would be a lot better. Even then, not necessarily a match I'm crazy about. This honestly blows. But that was your SmackDown, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to check out my Rise video, or GM. I don't know, I'm gonna leave my Rise right here because it doesn't get a lot of views, but I am having fun. It's a pretty funny episode. Check that out. Thank you. The Great One. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.